Okay, and here we are again. Let's get the building. And oh, that's a nice shot. Look at us right there. I'll move my head out of the way so you can see the glory that is the Flatiron building, which doesn't look in any way like a large penis from this angle. However, we're back.
It doesn't look anything like a large penis.
It's kind of got like this bulbous end here with a ridge on it. So Jim and I are back for yet another behind-the-scenes video of the After Movie Diner podcast.
These are the scenes.
These are the
scenes of our life. Behind the scenes of our lives.
We need to come up with like a title for these.
Yeah.
Like behind the scenes doesn't really like
Walk
behind
into
the
the
scenes
diner.
Walk into the diner.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the theme song.
Walk into the diner.
We just recorded it. Let's do. Should we go one more time, or do you think we got gold right there?
I think we got the gold right there.
We got the gold right there.
Yeah.
So now let's go to another scene where we'll talk some more. That'd be fun, right?
Okay, yeah, I like that. Yeah. Walk into the diner. Yeah.
They actually encourage, Dwayne Reed actually encouraged random bearded men filming in their store. So your worries...
I suspect that will only increase their sales among a very, very small, what's the word I'm looking for? Demographic. That amongst the pervy bearded demographic, sales will skyrocket.
But let's put
it they need to snack while they're perving.
Right, well everyone needs to snack while they're perving. Perving can use some of the body's natural resources, such as eye sweat.
Eye sweat?
And
what the fuck is eye sweat? Seriously, I think we need to talk about your eye sweat.
Beard droplings. Anyway, we were just in
Do
Dwayne
you
Reed.
weep when you're perving in Dwayne Reed and you call it, it's alright, my eyes are just sweating?
Yes.
When the Dwayne Reed employees come, you go, can you stop filming and crying, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. What I do. Anyway, so Jim and I just went into Dwayne Reed, which was exciting. We bought stuff.
Keep them updated
for the movie. So why don't you tell everyone what movie we're watching and why it's exciting?
We are gonna. Well, I'm excited. I guess we're both excited because we're going to see Sal, which is the first time in ages we've been able to see John Cusack star in a movie in a cinema. It's been too long.
It has been too long. When we started doing this, there was a sort of a rash of like really cool movies that were only on at the cinema for like a week.
Yeah.
Normally with like a Christian Slater or John Cusack or someone like that in it, Nick Cage, that kind of thing in it. And then all of a sudden they kind of dropped off the map, like they stopped happening.
There were none left. That's why,
there were none left. They all went. However, the Samuel L. Jackson and John Cusack movie, The Cell, which is a...
I think it's called Cell.
Stephen King.
The Cell is the Jennifer Lopez one we mentioned last week.
We did mention it last week because that Lopez woman ruined our chances of recording in Kellogg's. Anyway, of eternal happiness and eating delightful disco fries.
Yeah. This is the Strand bookstore, by the way, which is, I think, one of the last bookstores in New York, in Manhattan for sure.
Yes, so we were annoyed and perturbed that there weren't more films like that.
We've been keeping our eye open. We haven't been lazy.
Your eyes have been well and truly open. Mine have been sweating.
I've even proposed things that would not have been a good idea.
No.
Although actually, one of the films I proposed, which was the Adrian Brody, Sam Neill horror film that we nearly went and saw, but I think you were off or you didn't fancy whatever. I watched it eventually on Netflix. Really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really good.
I mean, it's only because last time we tried to do this, we saw Anger of the Dead, and that was really bad.
Yeah, that was bad. And
it sort of put me off. We can cross this way.
I've got high hopes for this one because I am a sucker for Stephen King adaptations, right?
Yeah.
I love Stephen King adaptations.
Yeah. They weirdly, no matter whether they're directed by the same person or different people, weirdly all turn out to have the same kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah, me too. And John Cusack, always good. It got like a C, I think, in one of them, so that's always quite promising, because that means people go, I give it a C.
I give it a C.
So that's quite promising.
3 out of 5.
I prefer like a D-, like a Christian Slater, a good old-fashioned Christian Slater D-, which hasn't been around for a while.
Well, yeah, because that means when I write a song about it, the producer contacts me.
Yeah, and then we go, oh, it's so great you liked it, why didn't you listen to the podcast? And then only afterwards do we remember that we called him a coke fiend.
So yeah, last time we did one of this, Jim called the producer a coke fiend.
I didn't call him a coke fiend.
Yeah, you did call him a coke fiend. No, Jim, you called him a coke. Yeah, you called him a coke. Because I remember listening.
I speculated on who the producers of the movie might be.
And you said that they were probably coke fiends.
Well, I just speculated they probably weren't paying much attention to the film.
Shush for a second.
All right.
So yeah, Jim called them all coke fiends, and I got an email from the producer saying, I love this song, I'm going to listen to the podcast. So I thought, oh, I think I'll listen to the podcast, I've not heard it in a while. Listened back to it and my face just dropped because it went from bad to worse, really. Although I remember quite enjoying the movie.
Yes, so I know, but we were really mean about it.
We were really mean about it.
Well, because it was a terrible, terrible, terrible film, even though we really enjoyed watching it. That's the point. I want to see films that are really, really, really terrible films.
Yes.
But are really enjoyable to watch, because those are the funnest podcasts we do, I think.
It's very odd what they've chosen to list Cell with up on the Cinerama Village, and I will show you now. So yeah, we've made our way here to Cinerama Village, and Cell, you can see there. Where is it? There we go. Well, you can see there. That's the movie we're going to see. They've put it on the same marquee as Germans and Jews, the music of strangers, which is wonderful. Here is Jim. He just snuck all our snacks into his man sack. No one will ever know. One of the things I've always kind of really loved about this particular cinema is, for no apparent reason, they still have a Red Rock West poster up downstairs, which is just weirdly awesome. The whole Red Rock West poster, I mean, it's right next to like hipster favorites like this one, and what we got here, some Japanese thing, and then Morven Caller, which is that Samantha Morton movie, and then The Bicycle Thief, which kind of makes sense. But then Red Rock West, it's kind of awesome. Always makes me think of John. So, Jim, come back into film. Come back into the film. Okay, so we just came out of Cell.
Cell.
Is that what it was called? Okay, and we're down on Broadway at East 9th, and we're heading to Cozy Soup and Burger, which is, we've decided, is going to be the diner. It's not a great. We're
not overwhelmed about the choice, but we can't think of anywhere else to go.
So we came out of the Cell. Another bizarre cinema view. Again, like whenever we watch one of these movies, right?
We should talk about it when we're
kidding. A bag lady comes in.
Yeah.
So we did have bag lady-itis. Hear all about that.
Because I think maybe the old guy that came in.
No, he wasn't a bag man.
Sure.
Positive. Okay. Positive. He was a mumbler. I'll tell. Anyway, you'll hear all about these fascinating characters and less on the podcast, which is Cell. But let's wander down to Cozy Soup and Burger. But I think this is interesting because, like, the last. Where did we do the first video? The first video was in the West Village, right?
Yeah.
And then the next video was in Brooklyn, and now we're in the what is this? It is the Village, but, well, it's not quite yet. We're sort of on Broadway, so it's sort of walking down the middle. No. Chelsea's on the west side, up in the 20s. No, the Flatiron's back up there. It's sort of Union Square, south of Union Square. It's sort of NoHo, Boho, what do they call it, where the university is. It's sort of that area.
All right, I don't know.
East Village is that way. West Village is that way.
He's going to cut this bit out.
Yeah, I am.
Not this bit. At the After Movie Diner, this is John Cross. Walk into the diner.
Yeah.